We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a New England 1st down.
Let's go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's contained at the line for no gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. That throw finds Kittle. He has room past the 25. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. From the gun, it's May. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They motion the slot man right. Lone back gets the handoff. Cuts it to... And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 6-0 lead in quarter number 2. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He'll begin his return from the 11. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. On 1st down, it's gone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is gone. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. It picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Off now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Patriots and this running back headed back out for a new series. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Pats will take over. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now. Go.
Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. May now from the gun. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on the grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. Reaches the 30. Touchdown, New England! The Patriots push their lead further to start the half. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. This is the end of the 3rd quarter, and they'll continue adding to their lead. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Return coming from the 14. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He gets him halfway there with a 3-yard gain. They'll need 3 more on 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. May now. And he scores, it's a New England touchdown. The Patriots have likely locked up the win right there. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends, made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. First down throw from Goff. Has the connection to Hockenson. And he'll get it up to the 27. Here's 2nd and 7. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Goff on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Gotta hurry this to the line. Another try following the sack. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Scooped up by the Patriots. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, we talk about these wide receivers all the time and their incredible body control, but I'll say this, these pass rushers in this day and age, the body control they have to get home on these sacks, but more importantly, to create these strip sacks is so hard to do, and that is a master's class.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Patriots returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. Scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
From the gun, a give to Stevenson. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Patriots keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Has it at the 11. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just... They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Able to find Hawkinson. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Goff setting to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Clean breakup on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gone. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans a
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
On second down, they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To throw, it's May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Here's May. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Looking to throw. May gets this one to Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyreek Hill, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Smith now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Kamara up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Baker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now Geno. He's got Smith here. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Baker. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Smith. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. Julius Peppers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Kamara going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Smith to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. Here's Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Now 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. And that should do it. He's got a 1st down. And the Patriots can run it out from here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
To the air, May. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a... And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's a handoff out of the gun, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. Throwing here is May. That one caught by Pope. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw and a good quick first down as well.
They'll throw with May. Now this complete to Pope.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Patriots are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Carr.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now Carr. And that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10.
From the gun, it's May. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. 20. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jalen Polk, 43 yards. And the Pats have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team. Audience. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's the former Tar Heel and longtime Panther great, Julius Peppers. Dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Carr going to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now Carr, got to have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Carr to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now Carr. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. James Harrison with a sack. He still has it into his 40s.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, set.
To throw, it's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jalen Polk with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Point after here coming up. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. He will go! Touchdown, New England! The Patriots take a 6-0 lead in quarter number 2. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Samuel now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the third quarter. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. Finds Sanders. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy when you're on second down.
And that one is dropped. Such great work to get all by himself, but he can't haul in the gimme, and that deep shot is missed. Wow. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing here, Murray. Hauled in left side. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
May trying again here on second. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw for May. Holtz got it right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
To the air on first down, May. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air. It's May. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
Let's go. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Escapes the puck. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Trying again, following the sack. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Patriots are stopped in the outer reaches of the red zone. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem? Well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
The Patriots offense all set to go. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's May. Polk makes the catch. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Let's go now.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Catch is made in close. And he has the New England touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
On is Little for the extra point. And it's no good. Flirted too far from the right upright. They don't get the PAT. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That one missed the mark. So that brings up second down. From the gun, it's Murray. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They snap it to Murray. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. From the red zone now. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he...
And he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Patriots put up even more points in a win. Drake made the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, and the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Samuel now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. 1st and 10, Murray. And he will go down. The Patriots make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
They want him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks, nice work by the defense there, sets him up with a 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes this in the area of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And the Patriots will take over with some excellent field position. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Go!
Here's the pistol snap to May. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here we go!
They'll run now on second down. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first 2 quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway. Quarter number 3. Scoreless game. And he's going to take this all the way back. 89 yards. Touchdown, New England. What a start to the second half. They come right out of the locker room and take it all the way to the end zone for 6.
Mike, we got to find out what that halftime speech was by that coach, because apparently it worked. I mean, talk about a dream start here. You find yourself at halftime, you're regrouping, we want to come out in the third quarter and establish some rhythm and momentum. And boy, do they do that here with their kickoff unit, returning it for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Niners offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. A run with Moss to begin the drive. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll get this complete. It's Moss.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where they're zone.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
This will be returned from just beyond midfield, and it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Patriots offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. A throw left side taken in by Pope. And he's in. Jalen Pope. Touchdown, Patriots. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Shakir. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell. What that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Patriots offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. That's to the right side. He's got Pope.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll run out of the gun, and it's Stevenson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Stevenson. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. short pass taken in by Gronk. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping.
And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, New England. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Shakir. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Goff. That's taken in by Shakir.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Now a give on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From out of the gun, here's May. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Shakir. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. That's complete. It's Justice Hill out of the backfield.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
On play action, Goff. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
The 49ers out for the punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up. defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. A big hole. And he will go all the way. Jalen Holt, touchdown New England.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man is Nakua. On the give, it's Robinson. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
On 3rd down, the defense decides to dial up a blitz. Give credit to the offensive line and the running backs. They were ready for it. They picked it up. That's what allowed the quarterback to escape the pocket, see open space, and convert and pick up the first down.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Now it's Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Through the first half, it was clear. This pass protection, this offensive line unit, they were clearly up for the challenge. The pass rush was non-existent. But here in the second half, you can see...
the pressure all over him. He goes down again.
This is a really common play call in these real 3rd and long situations in the NFL, Mike. You're trying to count on the defense either selling out on a blitz and catch them on the screen or playing super soft, get some blockers out in front and catch them off guard. In this case, they do neither. What you don't expect is the quarterback to be taken down for a sack.
The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. On 2nd down, it's May. Pass caught right side by Gronkowski. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Let's go. Working out of the gun, it's May. That one on target, and Polk's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll work the middle this time with Stevenson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Deep. On play action, here's May. This complete to Pope. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Stevenson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll go again here with Stevenson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Patriots. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. They snap it to Tua. That's complete. Tight end Goddard. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tua. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. 3rd and long. Here's Tua. And the defense unrelenting, a 3rd consecutive sack. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Here's a run going left, and we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on.
We've seen one half of football and no points just yet. Let's see who can finally break that deadlock here in our second half. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Patriots offense out there to start this third quarter. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. On target to his man, Polk. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 2nd and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Touchdown, New England! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. The extra point is up, and it is good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. First carry here for Aaron Jones. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Motioning the tight end left. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open to beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they're going to take over possession. May on 1st and 10. Polk makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 35 on the pickup. And that's a New England first down. May now from the gun. That throw finds Kittle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. They'll try and punch it in. Gets it. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, it puts some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Stafford from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Ivan Pace has got it. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion.
And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots stretch their lead to 21. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Throwing now on first down. Stafford. Search. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the defender's on it. This is a touchdown. The Patriots keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. As soon as that football hit the ground, Brock, we were just waiting to see, would it be 2, would it be 6? Who's going to get on it? It all came down to who jumped on it first.
Yeah, and in that mad race to the football, Kate, it was 6 points that won out. They were alert. As soon as they hit it and forced that ball out, quick to get on it before anybody on offense could try to salvage things and limit that significant damage.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vikings. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Stafford now on first down. This finds Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, here's Stafford. He smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now Stafford again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Stafford gonna go on 4th. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First and goal, Stevenson. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Patriots continue piling it on here in the 4th. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. On the return, here's Jones. And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. The Vikings now set to take the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Dobbs. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Throwing now, Stafford. Taken in by Dobbs. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 42. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Stafford back to throw. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Here we go.
The give here on 2nd. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. Well, the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
Now this one finds McConkey. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Richardson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out come the Patriots. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. Connects with Kittle underneath. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing here is May. That one complete to McConkey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 71 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To the air, May. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski from 10 yards out. And the Patriots have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this fourth quarter. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Richardson looking to throw this. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Bronco quick.
Now it's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Richardson. Under pressure, they got him again. Here we go. This is 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Inside the 10, and he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for New England. Give him 58 yards on the ground. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now May on the sneak. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now May on the sneak. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And out now come the Cowboys.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say this has been a defensive slobber knocker through two, right? Maybe some points finally on the horizon as we resume play. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. To the air on first down, May. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Polk. It's a 31-yard play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
A give up the middle to Stevenson. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bucs' 30-yard line.
Throwing is May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. 5 men in the secondary for the Pats. 3rd down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So after 3, we're still waiting. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking to throw. And the Patriots got home. They dropped him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The New England offense running out now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Here's the pistol snap to May. On target to his man Polk. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. New set of downs for him at the 38. Setting up to pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 28.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
He'll look to throw it. Has it in close. And he has the New England touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Buccaneers. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Now to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. To throw. Andrews with the catch. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. 1st and 10. Murray. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Those defenses spend all week trying to find that numbers advantage. How can I get a guy free? Or how do I get my best rusher in a one-on-one to beat him and get home and get that sack? That was study put into action for the SACK.
So There's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. And the Patriots make one final massive play, and that finishes the win.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Throwing right away, it's May. Oh, they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. May going to look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Let's go.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That's caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. A beautiful. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Prescott. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Here we go.
Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
3rd and real long. This is where your defensive line has to come to life. They decided to keep extra blockers in the backfield, but it didn't matter. They were able to bring them down for a sack, and Brings up 4th down.
And the offense readies for a 1st down and 10.
Ready, ready. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Hut, hut.
They go play action now. May. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Throwing here is May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. May. That one caught by Polk. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. And Brian Dable, with his background on offense, he's got a call ready, and they are going to go for it on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now this complete to Polk. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does. Reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Drake May scoring on the sneak from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And the Giants on 1st and 10, their offense ready to go. They'll throw with May. Open man, Gronkowski complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And the Giants are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal from the 3. To the air, May. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Rob Gronkowski laying himself out in the end zone. And the Giant...
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Stroud going to throw right away. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. And the Texans are likely going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down,
oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest...
And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Let's go now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Well, they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers go nearly the...
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Edwards. And he's brought down for a loss.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Calling about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. Here's a give inside to Edwards. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable...
And they get to him again! And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really...
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air right away is May. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rob Gronkowski from 10 yards out. And the Bucs go coast to coast. And